The Evergreen Media Network Studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio with Vero Beach. I'm Keith McDonald here with Steve Charbonneau and Mike Carano.
Hey.
Welcome back, guys. Hey, we have one more news story to do. Tesla recalls nearly 2 million cars because their hoods could fly open while driving. So that's a big problem for Elon Musk.
Yeah, but that it doesn't come unlatched, though.
No.
This is the people that are closing the hood aren't closing it correctly.
They're not closing it right. They're not exactly. That's why Jalopnik was where I got the story from, okay? So now let's go between the lines for the liberal people over at Jalopnik, okay?
Right.
And they are liberal, trust me. Okay, so what happens is they have a software issue that may stop the car from recognizing that the hood's unlatched. That's a problem.
Right.
But Jalopnik makes it, the headline looks like, well, you could just be driving down the road and that hood will come flying up. And that's because they hate Elon Musk because why?
Of X.
Because of X, yeah, and because he supports Trump even. So what's happening is, it's just after a customer action opens the hood, the latch assembly may not detect the open condition and prevent the driver notification of the hood open state once he recloses it. So then if it's not closed all the way, it doesn't pick that up. So what happens, of course, is that the unknowingly driving a vehicle with an unlatched hood may result in the hood fully opening and obstructing the driver's view, increasing the risk of a collision. This again was in the release, I believe, but they just slant it. It's
I mean, look at the headline.
Yeah,
look at the headline.
I read it exactly. Yeah. Because their hoods could fly open. How will that hurt? Excuse me. How will that hurt Tesla? Having that
line.
That line, yeah.
So let me ask you something. I don't know anything about Teslas. What's the need to get underneath the hood anyway?
I know, exactly.
It's
Luggage.
There's no trunk in the back?
There is, but it's smaller.
It's smaller. So it's like
front.
the Volkswagen Bugs or whatever.
The Porsches and all that.
Yeah, the front just opens up.
So there's just storage up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the drive's in the back.
And then it also has a safety latch. So long as you got the hood latched, it's still in the safety latch. You pop the hood and then you got to play with the little finger thing to get it
the
out.
release.
Yeah, so you're still on the safety latch.
Okay.
So
but still, if it could pop open, and I've had a safety latch pop a hood on me before because I didn't have it shut all the way.
Right.
I forgot that I had the hood open and I had just shut it down, and I was going to do something else to it, and I forgot all about it. I got in my truck and I'm driving down the road. All of a sudden, whoop! Luckily, I wasn't going too fast.
Yeah.
But the shaking will sometimes get that little latch to loosen up on the clasp, whatever it hooks to. And so it will happen. But, again, their headline was really deceiving.
Yeah.
It's only because they want to hurt him.
If you don't go in your hood, then you're good.
Right.
You don't need to know anything.
Yeah. But if you're going to go on a short trip, we'll say, because it's a Tesla.
Right. Short trip.
Short trip, yeah. And you might want to throw some luggage. Say you're going over to the beach side or something. You want to throw some luggage in there.
And it's not even really a fault of Tesla, besides the software not recognizing it. But, it's common sense. Hey, is it closed all the way? It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, that too.
Right.
That
and then,
too.
Driving down the road, normally it's on the safety latch, you'll get the flop.
Right.
You'll get the little thing where it flops up and down.
Yeah, people should be able to notice
Here's
that.
the thing, though. We've gone for decades and decades with the interior pole, the safety,
Right.
the security inside the car, the release.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden people can't shut a hood anymore? You know what I mean? It's like we always had that. And so you're driving, like Steve said, you're driving down the road and your hood's shaking. You go, oh, I didn't close it all the way.
You
I
got
got
to be
jump
smarter
out.
than what you are.
Yeah.
I could see if they had pins in them and you forgot to put the pin in.
Yeah.
This
But
is
they
just
don't
a
have
latch,
pins. No, they're not. They're just a latch.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the story.
Oh, boy.
Let's do some automotive history. We'll jump into some tech talk after that. This week in history, in July 29th, 1909, Buick acquired Cadillac. So believe it or not, Buick owned Cadillac before General Motors acquired Cadillac. And then Cadillac was acquired by GM for $4.5 million. That was it. Imagine how much money they made off that deal. So Buick had Cadillac, and then Buick Motor Company acquired Cadillac on behalf of GM.
On behalf.
So
they
okay.
used the Buick name to buy the.
Yeah.
Right.
To buy.
I guess Buick.
Cadillac.
Buick was making more money at the time.
Yeah. July 30th, 1898, the first advertisement for a car came out. Scientific America ran the first printed car advertisement featuring the Winton Motor Car Company. You know, I'm just trying to breeze through it real quick. I'm just like stumbling.
Take your time.
Yeah.
We got all day.
I'm going Joe Biden on you again.
I was
like
going to
last
say,
week.
it sounds like Biden was
Biden, yeah.
fumbling with those words. What, smack him in the head
I'll
with the
take
paper.
my
We're
time.
like,
Okay.
slow down.
Well,
July 30th, 2003, the last classic VW Beetle rolled off the line. The last of 21,529,464 Volkswagen Beetles that were built since World War II rolls off the production line in Puebla, Mexico.
Yeah.
One of 3,000 unit final editions, the baby blue vehicle was sent to a museum in Wolfsburg, Germany, where Volkswagen is headquartered. So the last one ever made is now in Wolfsburg, and it's a baby blue.
See, now I thought there would have been more than 21
million.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't that popular in the
still a
States till the 60s when the hippies really started buying them.
They started in what, the 40s?
They
Late
started.
40s,
No,
early
they started
50s?
early 40s.
Early 40s.
Volkswagen was people's car, and it was approved by Hitler.
Okay.
So it was way before World War II even. So, but not all the Germans bought them. You know
It
what I
just
mean?
seems like 21 million isn't a lot of cars.
Well,
For the years that they were in
that's true.
business,
You could be right. Yeah.
But no.
Because Ford sold what?
Hey, if it's on the internet, it's true. Remember that.
But Ford sold what? 2 million Model Ts the first year.
Right.
You know, something
And
like that.
Chevy sold all those Impalas that one
5
year.
million.
In
No,
1 year.
1 million in 1 year.
1 million in 1 year.
1 million
65
Impalas.
Impalas in
65.
1 year.
Yep. Imagine that. What a beautiful car that was.
Yeah.
July 31st, 1928, Chrysler acquires Dodge Brothers. And the Dodge Brother car, who has one of those? Fred Kiesel, right? Fred Kiesel from the
Does he have
AACA.
one,
He's got a
or-
1928 Dodge Brothers car.
yeah.
Not a Dodge, but a Dodge Brothers. And they bought that for $170 million in 1928. And from an investment banker, is Dylan Reed, the guy's name was.
I mean, 1928, to have $170 million,
bucks, yeah.
forget it.
Huge. People were buying cars.
Yeah.
And finally, August 1st, 1941, Jeep introduced to the U.S. Army the Willys Corporation U.S. Army Jeep, which was, the Army was in need of a nimble and relatively swift all-terrain vehicle, and Jeep answered the call. So the Army Jeep is very, very, very famous, of course. Wonder how many of those are made.
Yeah, right.
But the Jeep company is now owned by Chrysler and still exists to this day. So they created that for Jeep. Well, Jeep created that for the Army way back in 41. August 1st
Yeah.
of 1941, and they still exist to this day.
They should have kept the Willys,
You know, kidding.
Willis
kidding.
name instead of
Yeah,
Jeep,
yeah, I agree.
you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
So,
So we got some tech talk, and I mixed up the pages here, and let's see what I'm doing. Yeah, we'll do.
Biden's
Where is
out
that
of control
tech-
over there.
huh?
Well, I've been running.
Biden's out of control over there.
I know.
Yeah,
Did
really.
you take your medicine today or something?
Oh, here we
What's
go, here
going-
we go.
there
See,
you go.
Here we go.
Todd's not
Here
over
we
there
go.
to keep him straight.
I actually put it aside because I was done with history, and it was I
Guys.
had some tech talk right under it. So
That's because
All right, let's go.
Todd's not there kicking you in the shins.
that's
to
right.
keep you
I
going.
guess so. All right, here we go.
Lucky to see him debate. He'd be done.
Sean up in Palm Bay says, "Hey Todd, what engines would be the best to put in my car? It's a '72 Plymouth Duster with a 325 6-cylinder,
225.
220."
See?
All right, I
was-
quit. I'm out of here.
I didn't
I'm
know
done.
if some
I'll wait for you in the parking lot, Mike.
225.6. I didn't
Yeah.
know if some engines would match the same mounts or not, so I figured
Right.
I'd ask you since you most likely know a lot more than I do. Thanks. Also, it's more of a budget build daily driver.
Right.
What do you think? 318, 340?
Yeah.
If you could
Yeah.
find a 340, it'd be the
Yeah.
perfect engine for that car.
340 would be great.
Yep.
If you could
But
find it.
if you want the car to last forever, leave that 225 in there, right?
Yeah.
The slant 6 will last forever.
Now you have to change that whole front end for that? From a 6 to an 8 on a Duster?
No, you should just be able to do motor mounts on the swap. And you
That's
might
it?
have to.
You don't have to change the
The-
carriage or whatever they call it.
Oh, back, yeah, the K member. Yeah, you might have to on them. I've never physically done it myself, but yeah. Well, the one that, you can probably put the V8 motor mounts or probably swap right over because those cars came with V8s in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might just be the same K member with just a different motor mount.
You
Yeah,
think it would even change the motor mount? I mean, they had 318s in them, so
Yeah, I mean, the 318, 340, 360 is the same
purchase
size.
Why
is
would they
definitely
do
going
that?
to be, well, your slant 6 is going to be inline. So the block is skinnier. So your V8, the blocks are wider.
right,
So it's either going to be a different K member or it's going to have different motor mounts.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
But
okay.
I know like the 6-cylinder Camaros, it's the same cross member, all that stuff, but you got to change the motor mounts because the
See-
motor mounts ain't so big and bulky.
Yeah, and like my 55 was an original 6-cylinder, so the motor mounts were in the front,
Yep.
not on the sides.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So when I put the big block in it, I had to put motor mounts on the sides to handle the engine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if it wasn't a 318 much wider than a 342.
No,
also?
I think they're all the same size.
Are they?
318, 340.
I thought the 318 was really wide compared to the 340.
I think you might be thinking the Clevelands and the.
No.
No, you're thinking.
No.
Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
because I had a satellite 68 with a 318, and I used to go, boy, that engine's so wide. It's a big boat anchor, really. It doesn't have a lot of power. It's okay. It's a very reliable engine. But that 340, I remember looking at 340s and going, well, it just made a mental
can't
note of how
remember.
I thought they were thinner than a 318.
No, I think they're all the same size.
Okay, could be.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That's Pontiac
I'm
does
sure
that.
Billy DeArton would send us a message if
Right.
we were wrong on
Right.
something.
Yes,
Billy's
yes, he
always
will.
listening.
He's probably
Billy.
home right now typing.
I know he was on vacation, so
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You know,
But no, he's home by now.
When we did the hood story, I didn't bring him up. So
Okay. While we take a quick break, we only got a couple of TikTok questions left. We'll be back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Joe Scazzari, owner and operator of Scazzari Roof Services Contracting and Consulting. Scazzari manufactures its own standing seam metal roofs in a heavy-duty 24-gauge up and down the Treasure Coast, using only U.S. steel. Only need a repair? Repairs are guaranteed for 3 years. We can do that because we go in your attic, find the leak, see where it is, go out onto your roof, open that area, and repair the leak once, and that's the end of it. Don't be sorry, call Scazzari.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Now during our summer sale, you can save 10 to 50% store-wide on furniture in the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, Capri, and more. Sofas, love seats, dining sets, bedroom groups, all in stock for immediate delivery. We're also the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Garden, Hollywood, and Kingsley Bait. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Come in now for our store-wide summer sale, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Don't forget to visit our outlet and sales store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture.
Have you ever wanted your carpets or area rugs cleaned, but you just didn't want to deal with the noise, the wet carpet, and that long dry time? And what happens to all that wet stuff underneath the carpet? Ew! Well, Heaven's Best Carpet Cleaning solves all that with their guaranteed 1 hour dry time. Their low moisture process dries fast, smells great, and it's safe for your kids and pets too. And guess what? They also clean sofas, love seats, chairs, and recliners. Heaven's Best serves all of Indian River County and Barefoot Bay. They're bonded and insured, and your results are guaranteed. Don't put it off any longer. Grab your phone and call Keith at Heaven's Best, 772-643-6999. You'll be thrilled with the results. 772-643-6999.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio of Vero Beach. I'm Keith McDonald here with Steve Charbonneau and Mike Carano.
Hey,
Todd Byron is off this week.
I got to mention.
What?
Nice.
Did you? Okay.
Hey, I mentioned the last time we were on the air, we sent out a shout out to our friend Dan with the 74 GTO.
Yeah.
They did find a huge mass in his head. They
no.
got it out. Hopefully they got it all out.
Wow.
He's home. He's resting. He's in good spirits right now.
Wow.
So keep the prayers coming for our buddy Dan.
Okay.
All right?
He's Sebastian Muscle Car guy?
Sebastian Muscle Car guy. He drives a Pontiac,
Yes.
74 GTO.
What's his name? Dan again?
Dan. Yep.
Okay.
So
All right.
I hope Dan and Holly are doing well.
Yeah,
All right?
definitely. Prayers for him.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, so we got Tech Talk still going on, guys. We got a few more questions here. Randy in Okeechobee says, my 67 Chevelle has some basic halogen headlights, but they just don't do the job. Very few street lights out here in this area, so it makes a huge difference. Is there any brand or model number? Is there something special I have to do to the wiring? I don't want anything high buck, just something that works for a 67 Chevelle. So,
What do you think? LEDs? Can you LEDs a little brighter?
LEDs will help them
Do you have to change anything for LED lights?
Certain ones you do, certain ones you don't.
Okay.
Yeah, they make a kit. We just put them in the 70 Chevelle that Mr. Hogan drives, one of our customers. And it's a nice LED kit. It came with a nice wiring relay, pretty simple to hook up, and it came with all 4 headlights.
Okay.
Let me tell you, that made a big difference in that
Really?
car. Oh, yeah. And I think the whole kit was only like $250.
Oh, that's not too bad.
huh,
Do you
okay.
remember who you got it from, the kit? No? Summit or just a...
If you Google a 70 Chevelle LED headlight, it'll pull up, or use your year.
Right.
I can't remember the name of the company. It was a blue box. I'm trying to remember it now. But it was a nice fit kit, too. And there's no really big cutting and splicing. They give you pigtails that plug into your factory harness.
Oh, beautiful.
So you just got to run a power in the ground to it and a relay, and that's it. And everything's there in the kit.
That's a home run right there.
Yeah.
There
It'll
you
take you
go.
longer to get the headlights out than it will to hook this kit up.
There you go, Randy. You could go with the LEDs or...
Right.
I don't know. Do the Sylvania, they make a higher wattage light or no?
They do. They make the bright whites and then the, what's the other one, the cool whites. But, I mean, it will make a difference. Don't get me wrong. I got them in one of my trucks. It does make a difference. But after seeing what these lights do, it's night and day difference. I even put a set in my truck and stuff.
Really?
Hey, Jess, I just got a text from a different person completely that said there's no audio on YouTube.
All right, I'm working on
Okay.
it.
All right.
Let's just check that out while we continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. And
Gary and Vero Beach.
hold on, I'm switching the page here. I'm busy
If you-
talking to Jess.
Whoever's listening, though, if you can stay away from the HIDs, the HIDs
Oh, yeah.
produce too much heat. It will melt the harness. I don't care what they say.
Okay.
I've tried numerous companies. It will melt the harness.
Okay.
All right.
Good footnote right there.
So Gary in Vero Beach says, "Hey guys, after years of putting it off, let me get my glasses off. Maybe I do better. Now I'm
Now you're really
repeating.
blind. Yeah.
Now I'm repeating.
Yeah. Yeah. What
After
happened?
years of putting it off, I need to have them yank the engine and repair some issues with the motor mounts and frame. He doesn't tell me what kind of car it is.
Well, it looks like it's probably a Mustang because it says
Okay,
69
it's trying to upgrade
351.
otherwise stock 69 351 Windsor with it to really accelerate like a beast. What would you do in my shoes? The engine has already been rebuilt with 6,000 to 7,000 on it, and the intake carb swapped from a 2-barrel to a 4-barrel. It's also got brand new tires to support any upgrades I do. What to do then, and what order? Gears, roller cam, headers. He doesn't say what kind of car it is.
I'm assuming
But-
it's a Mustang.
Yeah, I'm going to say that too. 69,
Yeah.
Either way, I see
351.
the
Might be
biggest
a
problem.
69 Torino, though.
Yeah, it could be. Go ahead, Steve.
The biggest problem I see, though, is the car had a 2-barrel.
Yeah.
You went to a 4-barrel.
Right,
So if it still has the 2-barrel cam and all that stuff in it, it's not going to make any power
right, true.
because it's not designed for the 4-barrel. So you're going to drown it out and hurt it more.
Right,
So I would do definitely some type of cam, headers, and if you're going to go that far, even see what you can do with the headwork. Even if you just got a cast steel heads, triangle valve job and little CNC port polish, it can make a big difference. All your power is made in your heads and camshaft. Everything's got to be dialed
Right.
in.
Right. Hey, I got a question for you. You having a problem with comp cams? At all?
Not really. Most of
No?
the time it's just some certain stuff we had, like the one customer that got some parts from the Oldsmobile guy out in California. I would definitely not highly recommend that guy. The heads came in set up for roller cam, which is, about 350 pounds seat pressure on the springs
Right.
and then, flat tap it. you're going to be 95 to 110 max.
Mhm.
It wiped the cam out before it even left.
Really?
And the guy wants to. He said, "You see my website? We're not responsible for anything.
Wow.
Misbox parts, broke stuff, anything like that." I'm like, "You serious?" And he
Yeah.
won't do nothing about it.
Yeah, my buddy's gone through 3 cams already. And
Really?
the engine still is. It's still, and they're all comp cams. And finally, I said, you got to go to ISKI cams.
The biggest thing is now they're taking all the zinc out of the oil. So like the oils we always put back together, he went flat tap it.
Right.
So we run Rotella 1540,
Right.
and then we put a bottle of zinc additive every oil change.
Oh, okay.
That's what the biggest thing is wiping out cams is the oil today. They're just trying to refine it, make it too thin.
Yeah, you've got to do zinc. We used to do that all the time. Remind everyone to do zinc.
Yeah, because a couple of guys I spoke to, they're really not happy with the comp cam. So, just be on the lookout.
It's the oil.
Well, they took the
What do you
zinc
think
out of
it's
the
the
gas
oil?
too.
Yeah.
Oh,
They had zinc in gas up until the mid 70s, maybe.
The
They took it out.
Only oils that still have zinc in it, you got to read. Most of it's going to be like the Valvoline VR, Rotella, like I think it's T4. You can do 540, 530, 1540. Royal Purple, I run Royal Purple 1540 and all this stuff because it still has zinc.
right.
Mhm.
But on my flat tappet cam motors, I run a bottle of the zinc additive. And if you can't find a zinc bottle additive, actually, if you look at the Lucas additive for the oil, it's high concentrated
zinc.
High
zinc.
zinc, yeah.
And if you ever see zinc when it gets onto like metal and like you look at it, camshafts, crankshafts, you'll see it. It actually coats the metal and it will change the pigment of the metal like a darker color.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And that's what you're looking for. You got to have protection. And these oils these days are just being too refined.
Yeah.
Got to put zinc additive. Anything that has a flat tappet cam in it.
Okay.
All right.
All
Thanks.
right. One more question.
One more question. Go ahead.
Billy in Fort Pierce asks, Billy in Fort Pierce.
Uh-oh.
I have a 68 Chevelle SS. I'm looking to buy a quart of urethane clear to spray on a new fuel tank. It's galvanized, but I would like to preserve it and keep it looking new in stock. I don't have any knowledge on paint supplies. What clear would I use? Single stage, two stage? No. What? And what sheen would I use?
On a gas tank?
On a gas tank, yeah.
If you're not going to see it. Why,
Because he wants to keep it
It's
looking.
stainless, so he doesn't want the stuff to like surface rust, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Me, I
Well,
just use
So
a
what
regular single
can you
urethane
spray
clear.
on it? Just a urethane?
Yeah,
Clear?
urethane clear.
Is it galvanized or 9-team? 9-team? And who made it? Most today are 9-team, and
And you don't
can-
need to clear
and
that.
you can clear. You can just leave it as is. You don't need to clear it at all.
Right.
So you need to see what it's made out of.
Not only that, a lot of times, like, if you don't want to spend the money and clear coat it, because you got to be careful with clear, you got to prep the tank, make sure you're probably going to use some adhesion promoter or something. If it's real stainless steel, you can actually ceramic coat them and it'll protect it.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Not too bad. Hey, I can do another quick shout out.
Okay.
We had Riley from Riley's Rebuilds on.
Yeah.
She just got a invitation to SEMA.
Really.
So her and her dad are bringing a 57 Nomad up to SEMA for the first time. So
Wow.
she was thrilled.
Nice.
I'll see.
So good for her.
She's really taken off. She's going to
for
be doing that the rest of her
19
life.
years old, she's doing a hell of a job. She's
No
a good
kidding.
kid.
And she's got other teenage girls working for her,
Yeah,
keeping them
now she's
employed.
even
and-
got some more. She got some guys coming to help now.
Really,
so that's good.
amazing.
Really? And she's only 19?
19 years old, first year of college. She just finished her first year of college. She's doing unbelievable. She got invited to SEMA.
Hell yeah.
That's great.
Hat off to you, girl. Congratulations.
Yeah.
No kidding, right?
19.
And we're going to
Go.
talk real quick about Oktoberfest. There's a car show presented by the Mopars of Brevard, October 19 at the Indian River Fairgrounds,
Yeah.
right here in Vero Beach. That's going to be from 11 to 3. Pre-registration starts at $20. Anytime after October 12th, it'd be $25. Just contact Mopars of Brevard, Inc., and that's who you make the checkout. And they're located at, you could call mail to Penny Anderson. We got time?
No.
No. All right, we got to go. She's
Hey,
in Palm Bay. We'll do it next time.
Yeah, the mob. Mopars
Mob,
of
Mopars
Brevard.
of
You know
Brevard.
the mob.
They're up on Facebook. Just look
Okay,
them up.
yeah.
You'll see the flyer.
All right, we are Classic Car Radio, and we are out of
We
here.
miss you,
Thanks for
Todd.
listening.
Come on back, buddy.